What are your views on the impact of the U.S. China trade war on the Thai economy?
On the first hand, of course, the global dispute at the moment bring the global slowdown. But on the other hand, we also see some benefit from that process of the shift of the goods orders as well as the investment. So we also see some more inflow and orders and investment into Thailand as well as into the ASEAN region.
So do you see Thailand benefiting to the level that Vietnam is benefiting from the disruption of the global supply chain?
Might not be the same level, but I think it also helped moving along the line that the government has been pushing for the 10, 12 major industry clusters that they like to see moving Thailand to another level of development. So I think we are seeing some of those investments like in the robotics, in the aviation, in food technology, as well as in some hospitality. So based on the basis that Thailand has had, but move on further with innovation and research.
The Prime Minister said earlier that stability has returned to Thailand, but the question is whether growth is resilient going forward as well. How resilient is Thailand's growth and what are the growth drivers?
I think the previous administration has laid the foundation into the next 5 to 10 years. So many of the capital expenditure in the infrastructure projects, the connectivity within the country as well as our neighboring countries would also drive more investment for Thailand over the next few years when the new government is coming into position. And I think that would also bring the greater interchange with our neighboring countries, and that should also help bring greater growth for Thailand and the ASEAN region.
Chartsiri, Bangkok Bank has been the top bank in Thailand, but in the last 2 years, it's seen an erosion of its market share. Are you concerned about that?
I think we are happy with where we are. I think we position ourselves to make sure that we address our client need in a proper manner, as well as at the same time look after our asset quality and also introduce new types of technology and innovation to our customer needs.
Let's pick up on asset quality, because the regulator has come out to say that it could be an issue. What policies will you put in place to ensure that the asset quality does not suffer?
I think over the years we have looked at our customers and approached them in a careful manner. At the same time also work with them to improve their capability and sustainability. So we believe that that should also help them to be able to address the up and down and the volatility of the market that we are seeing.
The digital space, of course, a huge concern. What are your plans? What's your 5-year plan for digital banking, for instance?
Digital banking and the disruption from the technology is the most critical aspect. So I think we are doing a few things in parallel. We want to do more internal changes in order to change our platform to be more effective and more efficient. At the same time, we also work with outside partners, the likes of fintechs and so forth, and use them to help us be more innovative and also be in touch with the market requirements.
Would an acquisition of a fintech company make sense for you?
We can do it both in terms of partnership and working with them and use their capability on the license basis. We can also take some equity interest in some of them and move together with them. So it can be a combination.